Good morning and welcome to the video for third grade for lesson 6.2. This is Mr. Parks, the math teacher at Risen Christ Lutheran School. Today we're going to be working on showing equal groups and using that to help us with division problems. So like we worked on in our previous lesson, we are going to use a number of counters and then we're going to put them into equal groups. And we have different ways that we can do that because we have a number of options usually for each problem. So for instance, I have 20 photographs. I could put half of them all in one group. So I could circle like this and make two groups of 10. I could circle groups of 2, I could circle groups of 4, I could circle groups of 5. So we have lots of different ways that we could do this problem, and depending on how we circle the groups is going to change the number of groups and the size of each group. So we'll talk about all the different ways that we could do that. Another example, we could do the same thing but work with 30. So we have 30 total pages. How can we put the photographs? I think the book meant to finish that, but I'm missing the digital copy of the book occasionally leaves out things we've noticed. So how can we put them into equal groups is probably what they were talking about. Well, we have an even numbers, so we could put them in groups of 2, we could put them in groups of 3, we could put them in groups of 5 because I can count by 5. So we again have a lot of different options for that. I could also represent this using something that we did recently. I could represent 30 with 3 10 blocks. So I could make 3 groups of 10 for each of those. And again, because we have so many different options, there are different ways that we could show the groups. So one of the things I'll normally recommend to students is if we're working with an even number, put it into 2 equal groups and see how many you get in each group. And then once we've made all our counters, see if there are other ways that we could circle as well. To give you an idea of some of the other questions that we might see on the homework, we are frequently going to get questions that look like this. So we have a word here representing the number. Students are going to have to look really close to make sure that they get the correct number. Or we might see like this name and 3 other friends. So we would need to figure out that we have the person plus the 3 extra friends to get a total of 4 people. And we're working with 28 sheets of paper. So we could make 28 counters and put them into 4 equal groups. Or we could make groups of 4 and circle them. And then the number of groups of 4 that we would get would be the number that we were looking for. So again, we have options when we're working on that. So for instance, if I wanted to go ahead and make groups of 4 and circle them, I would end up with 7 when I'm done. If I wanted to use 10 stickers and put an equal number on 2 papers, we can do that really quickly. By doing this, we would circle groups of 5 to make 10, and so we would put 5 stickers on each page. So there's an idea of some of the things that we're working on. Again, we're going to be doing more kind of calling back to some of the multiplication facts that we've worked on before, and hopefully are getting closer to having memorized, and we're going to use those multiplication factors and facts to help us work backwards to find one of our missing numbers from our multiplication problem and how that relates to it being the answer or dividend for our division problem. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me either by email or by text for my Risen Christ students and their families. Hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.